N-400 interview plus Civics test part 3. Final, full answer practice and interview day tips 2025.
Welcome back again, David. This is the final round of civics questions. You've been doing an excellent job so far.
Thank you. I'm ready to finish strong.
That's the spirit. Let's continue. Question 71. What are the two major political parties in the United States?
Democratic and Republican.
Correct. These are the two main political parties in the U.S. Question 72. What was the main concern of the United States during the Cold War?
Communism.
Yes, the U.S. was focused on stopping the spread of communism during the Cold War. Question 73. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Louisiana.
Correct. It was called the Louisiana Purchase. Question 74. Name your U.S. representative.
This answer depends on your district.
Good. Always make sure to check who your representative is before the interview. Question 75. Why did the colonists fight the British?
Because of high taxes.
That's right. Taxation without representation was a major reason. Question 76. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
The United States.
Correct. It's a statement of loyalty to the nation. Question 77. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves?
Africans.
Yes, slavery is a painful part of U.S. history. Question 78. How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
Correct. The Supreme Court has 9 justices. Question 79. How long do we elect a president for?
4 years.
That's right. Presidential terms last 4 years. Question 80. Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there are 50 states.
Correct. Each star represents one state. Question 81. If both the president and vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The Speaker of the House.
Exactly. The Speaker is next in line. Question 82. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
It freed the slaves.
Correct. It was issued by Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. Question 83. Name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States.
The Mississippi River.
That's right. It's one of the most important rivers in the U.S. Question 84. When do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4th.
Correct. That's the day we declared independence from Britain. Question 85. What movement tried to end racial discrimination?
The Civil Rights Movement.
Exactly. It aimed to achieve equal rights for all Americans. Question 86. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
J.D. Vance.
That's correct. Question 87. When was the Constitution written?
1787.
Yes, it was drafted at the Constitutional Convention. Question 88. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now?
John Roberts.
Correct. He's held that role since 2005. Question 89. Name one state that borders Canada.
New York.
Right. New York shares a border with Canada. Question 90. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Mike Johnson.
Correct. Question 91. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Speech.
Exactly. Freedom of speech is a key constitutional right. Question 92. What did the Declaration of Independence do?
It announced our independence from Great Britain.
That's correct. It declared the colonies free from British rule. Question 93. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms?
April 15th.
Correct. That's the usual tax filing deadline. Question 94. Name one right only for United States citizens.
To vote in a federal election.
Yes, voting in federal elections is a right reserved for citizens. Question 95. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Correct. He served 4 terms during a critical time in U.S. history. Question 96. Name one state that borders Mexico.
California.
Yes, California is one of 4 U.S. states that border Mexico. Question 97. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War II.
Correct. He led the Allied forces in Europe. Question 98. What is the highest court in the United States?
The Supreme Court.
That's right. It's the final authority on legal issues. Question 99. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
Yes, these rights apply to all residents, not just citizens. Question 100. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do?
He fought for civil rights.
Correct. He was a leader in the fight for racial equality and justice. Fantastic work, David. That completes all 100 civics questions. I'm impressed by how well prepared you are.
Thank you so much. I've been studying hard for this.
It definitely shows. Do you have any tips or methods you found helpful while preparing?
Actually, yes. I broke the questions into small groups and reviewed them daily. I also practiced answering out loud and did mock interviews with friends.
That's a great approach. Repetition, speaking out loud, and simulating real interviews help with memory and confidence.
Watching short videos and using flashcards help too, especially for the trickier questions.
Visual aids and flashcards are excellent, and doing a little bit every day is more effective than trying to memorize everything at once.
Exactly, and I also tried to understand the meaning behind the answers, not just memorize words.
That's the key. Understanding why something is important helps you remember it naturally. You've done an excellent job preparing.
Thanks. I feel much more confident now.
You should. You've just proven you're ready. Congratulations again, David.